Good evening and welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. I am Aaron, I am your game master, and we are back to Monolith's Conan, the Hyborian Age. It's been a hot minute, so I'm going to let all the players introduce their characters, except for Kipster. We'll meet her new character in the moment. So remember, alphabetical order by the player's first name. Take it away.
All right. So I am playing Hild. I was muted. My origin is I'm from the north, specifically Vanaheim. And she's very similar to her sister, Hilina, who tragically passed away. In fact, she has the two-handed axe that killed her sister, Fjorl's Folly, in fact, that she wields to this day. And she's kind of followed these two ravens around, and they haven't led her astray yet, so she's going to continue to follow.
And I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Look. I forgot how to do his voice. Very old and dirty man from somewhere around the Bosonian marches or so, give or take, and a bit of a sorcerer. Dabbles in various natural nature and alchemical magic and such, and basically buffs Hild up so she becomes like superhuman. And that's pretty much plan A and B and C.
Hild hit hard.
It's a good plan.
Playing a Jitai, a ranger from the steppes. I've got Trusty Steed. I haven't seen him in a while, though, since we've been in this Deathlands. And I like to shoot my bow.
And I'm Melissa, and I am playing Alancha. She is from the streets, so none of your business. Her skills are that she is fast. She likes to hit and run. She can see really well, doing like ranged attacks and whatnot. And she follows Urhog around.
Fantastic. So, a brief recap of what happened during our last session. The group had been following the Ravens and Hild through the Path of Bones every day. And then as evening fell, the birds disappeared. The group started to feel tired, even though within the valley, everything is like a shrouded twilight. Their bodies were telling them that it was night and that it was time to rest. So the group settled in after Urhog made perhaps the most perfect camp you could imagine making in a field of bones, and everyone laid down to sleep well. They were immediately pulled into the dreamlands. In fact, into a circular room filled with books and scrolls on all the walls, with hidden shadowed alcoves spread throughout. And in the middle of this room was the hooded sorcerer they had seen the night before, scrambling about the room, searching through the tomes, looking for something in particular. As the party appeared within, the sorcerer with the blue eyes turned and commanded them to protect him while he did his research. At that, the party heard the scratching of nails and the gnashing of teeth as ghouls began to spread out of the alcoves, supposedly intent on tearing the sorcerer limb from limb. All of the party, save Urhog, fell under the compulsion and began to battle the ghouls. Wave after wave came after the party as the sorcerer searched, finally finding a black book, which he looked at, patted Urhog on his shoulder because Urhog had been telling him all along that he could help with the research, and then said, "Good enough. Good night." And the party faded out of the dreamlands, having fought off wave after wave of ghouls. Everyone woke up, but unlike the first night, where all they felt, particularly Alancha, was the memories of the suffering that they felt in the dreams. This time, the dreamlands were more real, more solid. And although they did not have all of the cuts and tears and bites, their bodies were bruised and they were exhausted, still carrying the wounds from the dreams. Urhog alone was the one who realized, perhaps because he had not fallen out of the compulsion, that they had been summoned into the dream crypt of Nico Azul, a legendary sorcerer. And it was rumored that this crypt was held untold treasures of knowledge, particularly concerning the dreamlands and the geography of the dreamlands. His research focused on the intersection of the night reaches, which is where Urhog assumed they were from the first night, and the Shadowlands. The Shadowlands being the dreamlands of the dead, literally the dreams of dead. Urhog also recognized that their center had to be Chelto, an ancient sorcerer from the time of Conqueror, when Atlantis was still above the waves. He knew to know that the sorcerer is said to have disappeared centuries ago, to find a way to harness the power of Shadowlands to make himself immortal. He also knew enough to know that this Shelra was self-centered, self-absorbed, and perhaps the very definition of evil. Nothing would stop him from meeting his goals. Moments later, after Urhog described this, everyone realized that Hild was not in the camp and that she had not been with them in their dreams. They found no trace of her. Only a raven's feather was left where she slumbered. Urhog took up the feather and put it in his hair, immediately feeling the pull of the feather as it led him deeper into the valley. By mid-morning, the valley had become a mist-shrouded moor, and the party continued to pick their way along the path. Urhog slipped in, drenching himself in the cold and frozen water, and then Elantra, deciding to try to wash the ghoul dust or the feel of the ghoul dust off of her body, dunked her head in and came back with horrific freezing slime on her face. But no harm was done, and the party continued along, being led by Urhog and the raven's feathers. The mist continued to shroud the area, and a deep pond to the right of the path began to ripple. Elantra, with her keen senses, immediately alerted the group as a colossal undead snake burst from the water, a child of Set. Elantra's warning did prepare everyone, but it did not stop the snake from swallowing her whole. The party immediately began to strike at it. Jitai's arrows sinking deep, Urhog's spells enhancing everyone, and Valian preparing and protecting herself with her magic. Elantra continued to carve at the snake's guts from the inside, but its stomach squeezed and constricted until she fell unconscious, and the snake began to slip back beneath the moor, sated with its meal. Jitai's arrows found purchase, and Urhog jumped upon the snake, grabbing his arrows so that he could ride it beneath the waves. Jitai followed suit, as did Valian, into the water, Jitai catching the serpent as Valian swam deeper. Urhog managed to pull a scale up and used his magic and his blood to bane Jitai's saber against the serpent. They struck at it, his blade sinking deep, the snake thrashing back to attack, unable to get much of a purchase against Jitai, but its head continued to search back. Seeing the struggling Valian in the water, it bit and killed Valian, tearing her body in half as she fell deep into the dark moors. But with that, Urhog was able, with his last breath, to take the raven's feather out of his hair, sink it into the wound, and cast his talon magic upon the snake, and the talons tore it from the inside out, killing the serpent. They were able to recover Elantra's body as the zombie snake disintegrated around them, but they were unable to recover Valian. Breathless, the party returned to the surface and pulled themselves out of the marshy pond. The rest of the slog through the moors was exhausting. Beaten, bruised, battered, tired, and demoralized, the party moved on until they saw a glow in the near distance, a campfire, and two people silhouetted against it, the image of two ravens flying above it. What the party did not know is Hild, the night before, was slipping into the dreams with them, but the ravens came out of the dreamland, soaring up, piercing through her spirit and pulling her body and her spirit into a state of semi-consciousness. The sleepwalking Hild was guided by these ravens through the moors and onwards towards the wall. She walked through the night and into the morning before collapsing in exhaustion and sleep. Another figure saw her on her trek, and instead of stealing from her or slitting her throat and taking her possessions, this other person built up a fire to warm this woman that they did not know as the two ravens flew above the fire. And who was that woman, Kipser?
You see a sort of older, or maybe just kind of covered in dirt to look older woman who is wearing sort of these ripped old red and black clothes. She's got this cuirass, which is like a cobbled together tarnished bits of copper with like bones from large creatures to create an armor, and she's got two spears on her back, one clearly larger than the other, incredibly thick and serrated at the end with a deadly sharp point. Her hair drenched and kind of just ragged. She's been here longer than she can remember, and Hild is the first living person she's seen in. She has been on a pilgrimage for a very long time, and she doesn't quite remember things very well anymore.
And as you're tending to Hild, you see coming out of the mists three other bedraggled figures moving towards you. Hild, you wake, recognizing Urhog, Jitai, and Alansha coming towards you.
You need to get up. There are ghouls coming.
Not ghouls. These are my party.
They have been disguised before. I would not trust it.
No, I could smell Urhog anywhere. This is my friend.
Okay, I will fade back a little for you.
And, Hild waves you guys over to come join us at the fire. And that's when she realizes that we never really made introductions yet. We just, who are you?
Are you real?
Hilda,
Yes.
you're alive.
Oh, I'm
We're real.
Zora. I thought I said that earlier.
No.
Hmm.
And I am alive, I think. And then she just like pinches herself. Yeah.
How are you sure they are not dead?
Alancha's gonna come behind Zora and like pinch the back of her arm. She doesn't hear anything.
Shoot. Sorry, I muted myself. She'll whip around and grab either maybe your wrist, unless you draw it back quick enough. And if you're quick, then she'd just kind of continue to grabbing your torso. And just like you feel the muscles under these ripped clothes like come around you, and it's like iron.
I'm real. You're real.
You have physical form, yes. Okay. And she like lets you go a little bit. It's been a long time. I come from... It was a village in Hyboria, and there were people, we go on pilgrimages. Only the boy ever came back, but I was determined.
So
What season is it?
it's
Tired
hard.
season.
It's
Very
hard to
tired.
say here.
Yes. Yes.
Valion is dead.
I don't know this
No.
person.
What How?
A serpent.
There was a really, really big thing. Ate me. I was inside. I didn't see it happen.
You didn't sleepwalk as well?
Mm,
We did the night before.
You were gone when we woke up.
I
Oh.
made sure to keep her bones warm and safe, whole for when her skeleton rises.
Thank you for guarding my bones.
I can take claim to them and add them to my armor for you.
Not now.
Elantra walks to the other side of Urhog to like look at Zora from like behind Urhog and just sort of whispers to Urhog, "What?
What? What?
Her?
What? She just said name Zora. She's here. Long time. Eh? What?
That's-
What?
Only supposed to be here 3 nights.
That's
Longer than 3
supposed to.
nights.
Rules. Rules do not apply to places like this. Rules made to be bent, broken.
And Elantra's just gonna like pinch Urhog's elbow as well.
I have not felt that elbow in many years. Yes. Big bite, big bear. Just beat it. Oh, awful.
Just checking. Just checking.
Checking what? It's an elbow. What's this right here? See?
And she's just sort of like pinching absentmindedly the back of her own elbow. And just assessing Zora.
And as you all get to know one another about the fire, you're able to rest a bit, take some food. You know it's late in the day, but you're able to compose yourself before night falls. So, mechanically speaking, you will get an opportunity to get a recovery action here. So that is half of your total hit points returned and 1 stamina point.
Pretty nice. I'm at full with 2 stamina now.
Fantastic.
I'm 1 shy of full
All right.
with full stamina.
Not implying you're going to need it all, but it's possible.
No. Why would we need all of our life points?
Sword and sorcery, you never need to worry about that in swords and sorcery stories. But as you rest and recover and eat and get to know Zora a little bit better, and you spend some time talking about Balian and her loss, but you all begin to feel this change. You feel tired, you feel almost exhausted, but you also don't feel like you're falling asleep. But the moor and the mists seem to shift around you in a very slow kaleidoscope pattern. Things begin to break up, and then the mist begins to clear, and you're still sitting in front of this campfire, but now before you is this enormous wall. It's at least 30 feet tall and stretching from across the entire horizon. It's a off-white, yellowish, and smells of old bone. The only thing you do notice about it is along its every 20 or 30 paces or so, there seems to be streaks of rusty brown making their way up the wall. The wall itself looks almost sheer.
Because Hild had that vision.
Mm-hmm.
Did I have anything about the wall, like any hint of like how we were going to get over this wall or through it?
No, you did not. But you do see, you don't see the 2 ravens, but you see shadows of the 2 ravens flying up the side of the wall and then disappearing over its top.
All right. We climb?
This can be conquered.
Nothing is real.
Alancha wants to.
Everything is real.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
That breaks the reality I have.
Oh, yes. Well, we wouldn't want that. Okay. Do we have to go over it, though? My bones ache. Could you
I
not
can
punch
take
it?
your bones if you'd like.
Later. Maybe later. They're
Okay.
very old. They're not strong. They're all
Mm.
brittle, fall apart. Healed. You are healed, right? It is not
Yeah.
a third of you. Yes.
Mhm.
You can
No.
smash it and knock it down. Burst through it, perhaps. You're strong.
I'll try and Kool-Aid Man through this wall for Hog.
Okay. Are you just going to try to charge through it, or are you going to strike at it with your weapon?
It's one of those
I'd
like
like
run
to,
into a
like-
door with your shoulder kinds of things.
I'd like to appraise the wall first, if at all possible.
Okay. Yeah. Give me. So are you just trying to determine how tough it is, or you want to get an understanding of what it's made of? Because that'll be a different check.
Probably. What would Hild do? Hild would go for how
Smash
tough is it?
with something.
Yeah.
So give me a might check.
Okay.
While she's
Uh,
doing that, Alancha's going to take a throwing star and try to throw it up and over just to see
Okay.
what happens when she tries to do that.
Give
It
me
has
an
been-
edge check.
Twice as long for me.
Oh yes. So
What are-
so you've got your might dice, the dice,
Yes.
and then you roll that and add it to your value against a difficulty number that I set.
Okay, and I'm rolling a D10 again for my flex.
Correct. And if you get a max on your flex, depending on what the circumstances are, you get different benefits. And as always, if you have stamina points, you can spend them on different effects as well. It's that meta currency.
11.
11. So you come up and you're knocking on it, you feel it, and you think, based on how it reverberates and how dense it feels, that it would be incredibly difficult to chop through this or break through this. And the one other thing that you felt is when you slammed your hand against it, the wall kind of rippled against your hand, almost like something was pushing out of the wall, but you pulled your hand away before anything else happened.
I don't. We go over.
The wall breathes the air around us.
That's weird.
Walls do not breathe.
This one does. Can't you see it moving?
It is sturdy.
Oh, interesting.
Hild leans down and whispers to Alancha, "I am scared for my bones."
I prefer them to stay inside and untouched by others.
Yes. Okay. And she kind of immediately perks back up, and she's getting ready to climb this wall.
Alancha, how did you do on your edge check?
13.
13. The throwing star sails up and over the wall and disappears. You don't hear anything.
Well, there is top to the wall.
Yeah, the birds flew over. We saw shadow.
I like your metal birds.
Thanks, I can throw them far.
Yes, they fly.
Yes.
Then they hit things and hurt them. So we stay safe.
Oh, that's interesting.
I could throw them in the wall and climb on them.
Oh, that's an interesting thought.
Piton kind of a thing. And just throw throwing stars at different heights.
I don't think a throwing star would support your weight, but you could probably use your javelins to that effect.
Yeah, I'll try that.
All right. Give me a... So, are you just trying to stab the javelins into the wall, or are you throwing them at the wall? It's
I
might
am
versus edge. Either way, whatever, however you want to approach it.
throwing.
Okay.
Throwing. Aluncha's not Hild. Like Aluncha could hand them to Hild, and Hild could try to like put them into the wall.
I like it. Okay, so give me a throw for your first javelin. And how high up are you throwing it?
Well, we've got like Granny with us now, so like 1.5 feet off the ground for the
Okay.
lowest one.
I meant she's in her 30s. She looks 30s, but she's covered in dirt.
Ouch.
I don't- Not quite as old as your character is usually, Melissa.
Okay, well then for Urhog's sake. 9.
Yeah, I mean, you're throwing it at a giant wall. It's not so it sticks in, and the javelin shakes it a little bit, and then you see bone, kind of like a bone blister, surge out and kind of encrust the javelin, and then it's almost like talons are trying to scratch at it, but it is stuck in the wall. The one thing you're a little concerned about is you're not 100% sure you'll be able to recover it from the wall.
Hild's climb stab. She'll kind of like hand you all of her javelins.
Do we not have rope or something? He'll climb rope down.
Yeah, you do have rope. You guys have adventuring gear with you, so
Yeah, Hild would like to try that.
okay. So you're
Because
just gonna-
watching the wall attack back kind of freaked Hild out. And she does not want to get caught in that crossfire.
I like it.
The wallet breathes.
So
Yes.
describe how you're trying to climb this wall. Like, are you looking for handholds? Are you using like weapons to like dig into the wall?
I think she would look for handholds
Okay. So
and
that's
to just try and brute strength it up.
that's a simple edge check, but it is
Okay.
difficult. This is a pretty sheer wall, so you're looking for a 12.
Ooh, okay. Let's get my favorite dice out.
And don't forget about your flex die.
Okay, Flex said fuck me, so that doesn't matter. God, I only got 11 because that's the max I can get with like the
Mhm.
best roll. But I can spend stamina to
stamina.
pass. Yeah,
Yep.
so I would like to do that.
Okay, so you see Hild start to climb up this wall. At the beginning, she pauses for a second, looks like she's slipping, but then she doubles down, finds some hand and footholds, and climbs up it like a spider. It takes her a few moments to get to the top, but she disappears from your sight. But Hild, you're able to get up there and straddle the wall. You can see now that you're up here that it's about 4 feet thick of bone.
Oh wow.
And although it rippled a little bit under your hands, nothing surged out of the wall to grasp at you.
Okay. Yeah, and she'll just try and find something, whether it's her or whatever, to anchor the rope and then feed it down for the rest.
You'll have to use your body to anchor it. So give me a grit check.
A grit? Okay.
Yep.
That is 11 again.
You're fine. So you anchor the rope solidly and you don't shift or move, which allows everyone to climb up, though it takes a little bit of time. There are no checks required. And you all make it to the top of the wall. Now that you're all up there, you take a moment and you look on the other side, and it appears to just be a maze of corridors, all made of these bone walls with different entrances and different little cul-de-sacs and cutoffs. And while you're up there, you hear something, a scrabbling sound. Everybody give me a wits check.
Bit of a question, Aaron. As
Yes.
I was trying to climb up the rope, Alicia would have attempted to get her javelin back. Would she
Give
have
me-
been successful?
Give me a might check for that.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay. So you're pulling at it, and you see the bones immediately begin to react as you're trying to pull this thing out. It's almost like claws are erupting out of the walls and trying to grasp at your hand. You recognize that you're not going to be able to get the javelin free without breaking it or hurting yourself.
Okay. Oh. Okay. And then she very quickly climbs up the rope. Okay, now this is a edge.
We're doing
will
wits.
check.
Will.
Or wits, that is, sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
My wits was so good.
Mhm.
I got 5.
5, okay. What you notice, I mean, and from your warrior background, what you notice is the maze does not look like it has any pattern, but you see the shadows of the 2 ravens flying across a section of the wall, almost like they're circling on a section of the wall, perhaps waiting for you to find a way to catch up to them. What did you get, Urhog?
A 10.
10. You recognize this bone maze as a place within the night reaches. You have transitioned into the dreamlands physically. And you know that this is a barrier, that this maze was originally designed to keep the Shadowlands and the night reaches separated, and that somewhere within the maze is a door to the Shadowlands.
So he'll convey that as best he can.
His place is a barrier. But there is door somewhere in here. Yes, maybe the crows have found it. Maybe we find it ourselves.
A door. Easy enough.
Oh, yes, because giant maze is very easy. Yes.
My wits is a 3.
A 3, okay.
That's a good answer for a 3.
Yeah, you're looking around. You're just like, it's a bone maze. You're not getting anything out of this. It's so far outside of your scope of experiences that this just doesn't mean anything to a Hyborian, horse lord. How about Alansha?
7.
7. You recognize, being from the streets and from the city, you're used to seeing odd things in alleys, and what you notice is low across the wall, the walls above about 10 feet they're still this yellowed bone, but they're pristine. But at around the 10 feet mark and down to the ground, there are horrible scratch marks and deep gouges through the walls, all along the walls, every wall you can see.
Looks like when you have caged animals and they try to get out, they scrape and they ram. I don't want to get lost like them.
And Zora,
We
what did you
already
get?
are, though.
What did you get, Zora?
So considering how I'm playing her, this is going to shock you. Low wits. Real low wits. So I rolled a 2. I have a total of 4. Also, if she's climbing up after Alansha and saw Alansha try to pull her javelin out, she would also have tried to pull it out as she climbed up.
Okay,
If I'm
give
allowed.
me a might check.
Yes. That is not great. That's an 8.
An 8. So you break the javelin free, but it snaps in half. But the bones whip out at you like a segmented whip, and you take 1 life point of damage.
Okay. And then at the top of the wall, she would offer it back to Elanch and say, "It's your bones, yes?
Right.
They
I-
broke, but
Javelin?
you should put it back in so that it can regrow."
You want me to put the half javelin in the wall?
It's your bones, yes?
It's my javelin.
I don't understand.
Javelin. Throwing star.
Do you need help?
Do you?
No.
Are
Maybe?
you sure?
No. You're a good friend. We've known each other for a long time.
And she's just like looking at Zora. don't. How do you know me?
I know you? You are here. I know you here.
And she likes being in the shadows and unknown, and so this may have been an attempted friendliness, but not received that way. You don't know me yet.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. And she's looking again at the broken in half javelin.
Yes.
Thank you. And then she like scoots away and looks over the edge of the wall.
So from the top of the wall, you're not really able to assess anything other than what I've told you. But you're aware now that where you're at, and that this maze seems to be a barrier between where you are and where you need to be. The ravens continue to circle on the wall across from you, moving off in what you think is a westerly direction, but it's difficult to tell in the dreamlands.
And Hild points them out and just kind of implies like that's the way we should go.
So you're able to easily throw the rope back down on the other side, and you can go down if that's what you choose to do.
Yeah, she'll wait for everyone else to climb down and then she'll scale herself down after.
And as you get... Sorry, go ahead.
Alantra just has to show off. So when it gets to be about the height of like a roof left, she jumps off because
Give me an edge
it's
check.
just what she does.
She's like, parkour!
Nothing happens. Okay, sorry. I rolled a 1 and I just had to make sure it was a 1 on the flex, not a 1 on the stat.
Okay.
10.
You're fine. So describe what it looks like as you do your voodoo.
I would say she goes next to last. So like everyone else is gone. And so she does the, like, she's fairly immature, shocker. And so it's kind of the, like, she's kind of doing the, everyone. Like as if she spotted something. Everyone look. So that they sort of like look at her and then she jumps. And lands. Just not even has to crouch much because she's like fairly slight as she kind of jumps down and just sort of like lands.
Nice.
And then just like eyebrows raised, just like looking around for other people to say that looked cool.
Impressive maneuver.
I thought so.
Were you avoiding something?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm here now. And then she sort of waves up to Hill that it's good to come down.
Hild comes down. You see the shadows of the ravens along the wall, and they stop circling and begin to move off. Everybody give me an edge check.
Maxed my flex die.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's good enough. So, everybody get above an 8.
Good or not?
I got it.
Okay. So,
No. Old man gets
Nope.
6.
Me too.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
So
we're very sane.
Urhog and Zora are, perhaps looking at the walls, but the rest of everyone, you hear something behind you, at the distance, but it sounds like a mass of scraping bones.
Yeah,
But it's getting closer.
Let's run the other way from this. Let's get away.
Fortunately, the ravens are going, or the shadows of the ravens are going in the opposite direction.
Running?
Let's pick up the pace. Yes.
Yes.
All right, everybody give me a grit check. Tell me what you get.
This time I got a 1 on the wrong die.
Okay.
Got a 9.
7.
I got a 10.
Oh, golden 11.
He's a fast
Very
old man.
fast.
Oh my
I
god.
am. Oh, it's how you stay alive.
So,
Oh, sorry. There was a grit or an edge.
grit.
Oh, sorry. Then it would have been a 10 as well.
So everyone's moving out pretty quickly. But Elisha, maybe when you stuck your landing, maybe your ankle twisted just a little bit and you're falling behind. No one else recognizes it at first, but you're the first one to see coming up behind you. Looks literally like a wave of bones surging down this hallway. Every once in a while, skulls pop to the front and their jaws fall off, and then an arm bone comes surging out. But above it, on top of this wave, riding it, is a skeletal figure in tattered armor, screaming, black eyes, whipping around a three-pronged flail made of spines and the head and skulls. And he's looking at you. You're still ahead of him. Not as far ahead as everybody else. What do you do?
I think Elantra will like match and exceed his scream, basically. So like she's behind and you just hear very clearly her voice just let out this blood curdling scream.
You all are close enough that you hear it without a check, obviously.
Yeah. And like she sort of mumbles to herself because she had thought that the scratches on the lower part meant that like there were things trapped that were scraping, and then she's just sort of like muttering to herself that that's not what the scraping was. That's what the scraping is. No one can hear that because she's just figuring that out to herself, and she's running and hobbling.
What is it? It can't be that bad.
Look!
Bones, but they're bones and they're coming.
We've seen many bones here. It's okay. We can outrun it.
Going to continue to run? I take that as a yes.
I
Give
vote
me a grit
yes.
check.
I mean,
Me as well.
oh yes.
Trying to keep running. Okay.
Your threshold for success is just a little higher for everybody else's because they're well ahead of this problem at the moment.
Well,
9
8.
again.
10.
I got a 10 on my 10s die,
Ooh.
and a 9 on like my total other.
Okay. So you're good. You're and Urhog.
I got to 12 and also a
Right.
10
Oh my
on my
god.
ends die.
Oh my
Urhog-
gosh. You guys both
Urhog
get
is-
stamina points.
He's literally running along the sides of the walls. I mean, it's this. You've never seen an old man move so fast. But yes, you do. You do both get a stamina point back because you did succeed. And what was yours? What did you get, Elisha?
8.
An 8. So you're continuing to fall behind, and this is continuing to get closer. Everyone else is pulling away. So there's a gap opening between you and the rest of the party. What would you like to do?
She screams again because like they heard her scream and then just kept running in the other direction. So she's gonna scream again. Help! Help!
If she does that, Zora, can I use my charge ability in a bit of an unusual way in that I can spend 1 stamina point to make 2 move actions followed by a melee attack, but my melee attack is scooping Elantra?
So you want to run back to her and then scoop
run
her.
back to the group, which is why the charge attack would require the 2 move actions.
I will allow it, depending on what you go with your might check, depending on how
Yes.
well you scoop her up.
Okay. Right. That is a 1, so I am
Okay.
going to use
no.
my stamina point
Oh no.
to increase that
increase it.
to 2, and then that would make it an 8.
Okay, so you charge back there, you scoop her up, and you turn to run back. You don't get as far as you would like. She's
Yeah.
heavier than you thought. So you and Elisha now both are relatively close to this bone wave.
Brought their extra bones. They're
Still
too heavy.
screaming.
Still
Like
screaming,
as you
makes
pick
sense.
her up and she's like, help.
So what would you all like to do at
Yeah,
this
not safer.
point?
Can we see the
Zora.
figure? Like, can we see the figure on the wave?
Yeah, if you look back, yes, you can see it. It's from where Hild, Urhog, and Jitai is. You're at long distance from it now. Elisha and Zora, you're at medium distance from it. But yes, you can see this. It's the figure itself has got to be 8 feet tall, and it's the wave is about 10 feet tall. So he's easily visible to all of you.
If that's the case, then and seeing Elantra like screaming, or hearing Elantra screaming, and seeing Zora and Elantra like struggling behind, he's going to onto his hand, and then he's going to smear it like on Jatai's bow.
Like, hey, did you fall? What's wrong with you? God, young people today.
So Urhog stops, casts the spell, puts his flimmy bile on Jatai's bow. What do you do, Jitai?
I'll whip the bow out.
Okay.
Knock an arrow and shoot it at this figure right in the wave.
I like it. So we're going to let you get this attack off, and then we'll go into initiative.
All right. Let me remember what the roll is. I think it's
So it'll be your
Edge.
edge check. So your edge dice plus your edge value plus your flex die, and yours is a D8 now.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I got a 9 to hit.
a 9 is a hit.
Sweet. Damage for longbow is a D8 plus 1.
And another D8 from me.
Okay, cool. So I rolled 2 2s. That was not that good. 5 total.
5 total. So you see this arrow strike into this creature's rusted armor, and he just knocks the arrow away and doesn't seem to have been affected by it.
That entirely true. He should be knocked prone because of my Bane weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he
I'm not
falls,
sure if that maybe knocks him off the wave. Maybe.
he fall. Well, you don't know how far back the wave goes, but he definitely falls back into the wave, and you don't see him. But the wave continues to move forward. So let's everybody go ahead and make your initiative check.
Initiative is again
It's just your edge check.
plus edge.
Yep.
okay.
Edge check without
with
the
no
flex
flex.
die.
Flex.
That is correct.
8.
And max of 12.
Nice.
7.
10.
5. Why are you all so hasty? Use your noggins first. Think.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna fight a wave. Ugh.
Yeah, it could be tough.
Very carefully.
Okay, Jitai, you see this wave continuing to come towards you all. Obviously, Elantra and Zora are much closer to it. You do not see the figure of the rider. What would you like to do?
I don't see anyone. I will move 1 away from it,
Okay.
and I'll shoot a random arrow into the wave, see what happens.
All right, I like it.
Oh, that is a 1 on the die.
You can spend a stamina point to make it a 2 if you want. But I mean, a 1's just a failure, so it's
Yeah, so I make it a 2. I'll get an 8 total.
an 8.
Yeah.
So it's a huge bone. I mean, this bone wave's huge. So the arrow definitely strikes in with an 8. Give me your damage.
Damage is 9.
And did that include the damage from Urhog?
Yes.
And what did you get on your flex die?
Oh, I forgot to roll it. It's a 1.
Okay. So total damage was 9. You see the arrow go in, it chips away some of the bone, and the wave does falter a little bit where your arrow struck. So it looks like knocking parts of the bone out of the wave seems to disrupt whatever magic is keeping it moving, but it is still moving. And you've got your second action?
I used it to move.
Oh, that's right. Appreciate it. That brings us to Hild.
Is the wave higher than the walls that are on?
No. The walls are about 30 feet in height. The wave is about 10 feet.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The crest of the wave.
Hild is a simple woman. This is weird, but she's gonna try and beat the shit out of it.
She's gonna punch the bone wave.
Yeah.
So you're at medium range now, but it's moving towards you. You can get into melee range with one move action.
Okay, so I'll do the one move. And then I will be rolling. Hits. 11.
11 is it? I mean, it's a big wave of bones. You're able to easily wade into it with your weapon.
Okay, so now we're gonna hit it. Okay, so this is a D12. Then I get +2 from my stuff. And then, yeah, okay, because I'm not in my stance, so I don't have to worry about the other stuff yet. I got 11 on my D12.
Nice.
Plus my might. 16, 17, 18 with my additional 2.
Nice. So
and then I didn't roll my flex.
Flex, I did. You should do it.
10.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
So massive damage rules. So what's your so an additional 12 on top of that? So what was your total?
18.
18 plus 12, 30, minus its little bit of pitiful armor. It's a pretty solid hit. So you guys see Hild charge at this bone wave, swinging this massive two-handed axe, and the axe goes through the wave and pulverizes a third of it into bone dust, and it almost collapses on one leg. It starts to fall down. You actually see the rider on the back there trying to get back to his feet on the wave as it shrinks down to only about 6 feet of height now, as it begins to flatten from the damage Hild has done. But that brings us to the wave. And the wave moves through over Hild, over Alansha, and over Zora. I need all of you to make a grit check.
And do.
Looks like it's turning to buddy cop dramedy.
That would be a 12.
Me and you.
12, that's good. 12's good.
9.
9?
10.
10, okay.
I am afraid.
Ooh, 10.
Hunter just hasn't stopped screaming.
So Hild and Zora, you take 10 points of damage. Alansha, you take 20 life points of damage as you're subsumed under this bone wave.
And armor would reduce that?
No.
No, okay.
Bypasses armor. You're crushed on all sides by this. And Alansha, since you did not get a high enough score, I also need you to make an edge check.
Eleven.
So you feel these bones circling around you, crushing against your body, trying to push you to the bottom and scrape you against the floor. But you are so agile and so quick that you're able to move around and get back to the top of the wave. So you are not immobilized by it as it continues, but it's continuing to push the three of you forward. And then you see the rider stand. Unsteady on his feet, but he looks down at the three of you in the wave. and he looks directly at Hild, almost as if he felt the strength of the blow of your axe, that he's almost as if he's connected to the bone wave. And he whips this flail around and he strikes it down at you. Oh, does an 8 pass your physical defense?
Does.
Okay. Not good damage for him. 7 minus your armor.
7 armor.
All right.
Nice.
So you tank the blow that it scrapes across your armor. He's off kilter. He's not got his feet set, and it's a very weak blow. And then with his last action, he's just kind of whirling the flail in front of himself in a protective circle. And that brings us to Alancha.
Okay. So she would like to. Okay, so she is going to do an attack. So she wants to take out a javelin and throw it at this rider guy, surfer guy.
Sure.
Maxed out flex die.
Fantastic.
Okay, so that banks me a stamina and then the actual to hit.
Well, we'll see. Roll that first, because you may have to. If you miss, then you would automatically hit it with that flex instead of getting the stamina point back.
Yeah. So the edge score in the to hit is a 9.
A 9 will not hit.
Okay.
So
I will spend stamina to get to a hit.
You cannot spend enough stamina points to get to a hit.
Oh.
But your flex die.
Your flex die, since you've got a 10 on your flex die, it makes it an automatic hit. You just don't get a stamina point for it instead.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Okay. And so now I'm rolling damage. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Damage is 9.
9. So his armor stops the javelin a little bit, but it pierces through, and you see him. He doesn't so much scream as his lower jaw just rattles in place, and his head spins 3/4 of the way around to look down at you.
Okay. So then what I would like to do, kind of do my hit and run. So spending a stamina point. So I did the attack action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can, okay, so it's a hit and run, and then I can do a hit for my second action. So hit and run for the first action, which is doing the attack, then 2 move actions. All of that counts as 1 action because I spent a stamina point for it.
Yep.
And then I can try to hit him again.
So you strike out with your javelin, then you pull yourself away from the bone wave, and you run back to roughly where Earlhog is. And then you pivot and throw.
I feel like she's just been screaming the whole time. And so for Urhug, the screaming just gets louder and louder and louder. And she's like now right by his ear, throwing a javelin back. Help!
What?
Help!
What?
Help!
What's the matter? What?
Help!
What?
Yeah. I don't think that's a hit. That's a 10.
10 is not a hit. You could spend 2 stamina points to make this a hit, though.
2 stamina points.
Okay.
I will spend the 2 stamina points. And then I'm going to get rid of all of my stamina points. I'm going to spend my last stamina point to apply a massive damage flex result.
Okay. So roll your damage and see if you get a max on your flex die first, and then
I got 2 1s.
You still get the massive damage if you spend your point.
Because it says spend a character's final stamina point when rolling for damage to apply the massive damage flex result.
Yep.
The character should still roll the flex die as normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can.
Yep. So
Like,
you got
do it.
1 on your damage die. What is your damage die?
D6.
D6. Okay, so you add 6 to your total damage.
So, 11.
All right. So this javelin flies from the distance, strikes it, chips away some of its armor, and does do some damage to it. Not as much as you were hoping, but you
No,
did.
not when I'm spending my last stamina point. But that's how the dice roll sometimes.
Yeah,
And
that
she's
is.
still in Urhog's ear is screaming. "Help,
Quiet. I'm trying to hear something.
help."
Lunch is screaming somewhere. Quiet.
Zora, you've witnessed all of this going on. The bones are singing to you or screaming at you.
It's too noisy. So you see her grab this massive war spear that she had that's covered in bones and trinkets and chimes as she moves it, and just has this nasty serrated edge. And she's gonna look up at the surfing skeleton at the very top. And this thing, because it's a spear, has a close range, not a like same area like touch range. And she is going to. I debated between a focused attack, but I think I'm just going to attack twice.
Okay.
And because she has fierce strokes, when making a melee attack, roll 2 dice for the attack and choose the highest value. So I'm going to be rolling 4 essentially.
Nice.
But 1 for each. So does a 10, lovely, on my flex die.
Oh, fantastic.
And then does a 11 hit him? Does an 11 hit him?
No, but a 12 would. So
But
with your flex die, you automatically hit.
Okay, good to know. I'm going to, I'll hit him with the flex die and not gain the stamina point. And then I'm going to roll to do my damage. Actually, I need 1 fewer of those. Okay. So that is 6 plus 1, 7 plus 13. 13 damage on the first hit.
Nice.
Thank you. And then that is 12 to hit on the second one.
That is it.
And then that is going to be 8 plus 1 plus for 12. No, wait, hold on. 8 plus 1 for 9, and then another 6 for 15 points of damage on the second hit.
So you see your new friend Zora stabbing up at this being, this skeletal creature, tearing its ribs away, but it's still up, and it is
not the right kind of bones. Too bad.
Leaving Urhog to deal with the bad bones.
So Urhog is like standing there, like watching. Lancia comes running up, screaming. So Urhog's just gonna, what? And he'll just start screaming right back at her, and then he'll turn back and run to catch up with Jitai, and then he'll hawk as my second action, so I can maintain his Bane buff. Okay. And that's my turn.
All right. Bringing us back around to the top of the round, and Jitai.
Do a focus attack towards the rider if I can see him.
You can.
Ooh, that's an 8 on the flex. So auto hits.
Oh, nice. Let me know if you hit it though instead.
It would have been a 10.
Does that include with the focused attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to use your flex die to hit, but you do hit.
Total is 11 damage. Yeah.
All right. So describe what it looks like.
Yeah, focusing on the waves, the sounds of the bones and rattling. I'm able to eye in on the figure itself, shoot a high arching arrow from way above, goes out of sight, and comes barreling down onto its head.
It comes right down through the crown of its head, splitting this thing's skull, and then it just falls to pieces. And as its bones strike the bone wave, The bones within the wave turn to powdered bone, and you're just covered in bone dust as it blows down the corridor. And there is nothing left to see other than the shadows of two ravens circling, waiting for you to catch up.
The others
Is-
okay. Hild Zora.
You just see Hild and Zora just come out of like a pile of bone dust.
Oh, we're too cool to
coughing.
look back at the bone dust explosion behind
Yeah,
us.
We're just wiping it off as we're walking. Bad bones. Bad
Yes.
bones.
I knew we could be friends when I saw you passed out and uncommunicative for hours.
Yes.
That's so creepy.
It's so creepy.
Oh my god.
Is this red flag? I think this is called red flag. Oh, God.
Valian with me not trying to be creepy.
We're still going to be great friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are so strong. I like that.
You're going to help me kill?
Anything you want to kill, I'm happy.
Great.
Yes.
So we meet up with the rest of the group and we're going to continue following the crows.
Yes.
So maybe,
Unless you guys
maybe
have
don't-
other...
maybe don't walk so far ahead. Maybe.
Normally I'm slow.
Not keep up, Alancha. You were tumbling and twirling earlier.
Yeah, and I landed just fine. I'm just fine. But slow down a little. Maybe.
Maybe when giant bone wave is trying to crush us to death, run faster.
I tried.
And that's when Hild like puts a very fond like hand on your head, like I saw. She didn't see because she was running. But
No. and Elantra like was about to like sort of like stomp her foot in a little bit of a tantrum and realized that was going to hurt like hell.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she just sort of stays just a little slower. But then she starts walking ahead of everybody so that as you all speed up and she slows down, she'll have a little
it
like,
evens out.
distance on you. Yeah.
So what seems like hours, maybe even days, you walk through this maze, winding through it, following the shadows of these ravens across the walls. You hear nothing else scuttling along the walls. Perhaps that bone wave was the only denizen of this horrific maze. But time passes, your stomachs begin to rumble, you feel hunger, you feel tired, but still the dream does not let you go. You take breaks. You may even have remembered sleeping here within the maze. Your rations are low. It's almost impossible to tell how long you've been here. But then the ravens circle about, bursting out of the wall, and it's the two physical ravens, and they take off quickly, going in one direction. You see a slight crease, a doorway perhaps, or a hidden hall that you would not have even noticed had the birds not guided you that direction. And for the first time, you see something other than bone. It looks here like the walls may have actually been torn away, and behind them is a grayish brown stone, but it seems to move. Urhog, you recognize this as probably the very firmament of the dreamlands themselves, the very substrate and substance that makes up the foundation of the dreamlands. The untold memories of dirt and soil from all humanity that slept and dreamed before you, making up this. And tunneling away from you, deeper in, you hear a squelching noise and faint screams. But the ravens continue down the tunnel.
Why'd you stop?
What? Oh, no. I thought I heard something. Screaming. Scratching. Probably nothing.
People in trouble?
People are always in trouble. There's never a shortage of that.
We don't need more trouble.
No. Follow the cross, I suppose. Yes.
The birds continue to
five.
Yeah.
The birds continue to fly down this earthen tunnel and begins to widen out, and you all begin to hear this horrible squelching noise and these muted screams. And then you come to an area where the tunnel is lit by this muted blue flame. And quietly, as you make your way around the last bend, you see the hooded sorcerer standing at the end of this corridor over this earthen wall. He's got that black book open in one hand and his scepter in the other. His back is to you. What you see that truly horrifies you is 6 bloated, distended, long forms, like great grub worms the size of horses, oozing this slime. But worse is you see the dreamers, others, not quite as solid as you, filing up on either sides of this corridor. And you have no idea where they're coming from. No one has passed you, but they continue to move in. And they come up to these bloated things, and they fall, their bodies against them. And they begin to be subsumed. Their very dream forms sucked into these creatures' bodies, torn apart. The last second, they seem to wake and realize what is happening. And that's the muted screams you hear as their bodies are pulled within these creatures. And then these bubbling forms, these pustules form on the sides of these creatures. And within them, you see the screaming face of these dead dreamers as these pustules move up these creatures' bodies, up to these horrific toothed orifices, and then they're belched out this bloody black bile and screams of death against the wall that Chelra is staring at. And you see where it strikes the Dreamland's firmament, it begins to boil and bubble away, and beneath it you can finally see the outline of a massive black door. No one seems to notice you at first, these 6 creatures working tirelessly as they dissolve and devour the dreamers and spit upon the door. But finally, you see Chelra's head cock. Can't have been more than a few seconds. You've been stunned by what you've been seeing. And in his quiet voice, he just says, "You're not supposed to be here. You did your tasks. Return to your dreams. Leave me to my research."
You are supposed to be here. Just go beyond that door.
Oh no, dear boy. The door's for me, not you. Return to your dreams. This is your last time. You helped me the other night with my research, so I will let you I will spare your dreaming lives for tonight. But do not press me. I do not even know how you got here.
No, we must go through the door.
And then he finally turns to face you fully, and you see some of these creatures turn. Urha, give me a wits check.
That's 12.
As they turn, and you see that the distended orifice that was spitting these things out are actually torn faces, human faces. It looks like they've been peeled back and their mouths have been split up. You recognize these creatures as lemurs, a demon form from the deep Shadowlands, from the deep Dreamlands. You expect it it was with the black book that he stole that he was able to summon these creatures. And they fill you with revulsion and concern because you know that they have the ability to tear your dream soul apart.
Yeah, he'll just like kind of muffle so that everyone can hear.
Demons. Oh, no.
And like he'll like kind of mutter to himself a little bit, whatever maybe he might know about them, or kind of like walking through his mind, whatever memories he might have.
With the 12, you do know one thing, that if you make contact with them, it is very difficult to pull yourself away. And if you spend too much time in contact with them, they will do exactly what you have seen. They will devour you entirely.
So he'll say,
Do not let them. Do not touch them. Do not let them touch you. Stay away. Keep distance.
The door, how do we cross it?
You don't like their bones and their bodies?
I don't know if they've got a lot of bones, but sure, yes, we should do so. Yes.
The door is more important. It's more
Oh.
important we get through the door.
I understand. The door is important. And she'll look and she'll grab her hunting spear and just throw it straight into the first one.
Into one of the demons. Okay, let's
One of the first demons, yeah.
Okay, let's roll from initiative.
Shit.
They expect you to attack, but I'm going to let you get your spear off before.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't expecting you to move so fast.
That is a 12 to hit.
12 to hit one of the lemures. It does hit, yes.
Okay, and then
They are big and not particularly quick.
my range damage, not so good as my melee damage. That is 8. No, hold on. With if I throw a hunting spear, do I add might or do I add my edge?
For thrown weapons, let me
Where
double
is
check.
edge? I thought.
No, it would be might
Oh,
if you get
okay.
anything at all for it.
Yeah, I thought it was might because I built her
It's
for
might.
a might build.
Yep.
Okay, I just couldn't remember because it's been a while. Then
Yes.
that would be 8 points of damage.
So the spear strikes at one of these things, and you see it just begin to dissolve almost immediately upon striking its body. It does seem to suffer a little bit, but you don't believe you passed its threshold.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get initiatives.
11.
8.
9.
6.
7.
7.
Not
Excellent.
last. It never happens.
Yeah, edge was the other low stat for this character. It's all
one of my
grit and
dumps.
might.
All right, let me just do their.
I rolled so many
initiatives real
ones
quick.
tonight. Like, just so many ones.
Yeah, it sucks when that happened, doesn't it? We'll see Legends of the Mist when I was rolling 6 ones in a session. I counted.
You were keeping track even.
"Hey man, you fashball special someone last night. It's all good."
I did do
Threw someone
that.
up a cliff.
I did get my
Lovely.
X-Men moment.
Wonderful stuff. So, Chelra, seeing the spear, turns, goes, "Damn, you're going to disrupt me. So be it. I need, let's see, Jitai. What is, well, let's just see if this hits. Ooh, does a 19 get past your sorceress defense?
Oh, good gracious.
Ooh, barely does.
Barely. All right. He looks at you, turns at you, and says, "You kill them." And you feel this compulsion settle over you, much like happened last night. And you feel the desire to murder your friends. We'll get into the mechanics of what that means when we get to your turn. Then, looking out at all of you, he will another. You see his fingers wave, and you see Urhog. You recognize this. You see this black fog billowing out of his mouth and out of his nose, and then it shoots out to engulf all of you.
Quick
But maybe
question
not.
before we
Yes.
get too far. Because you said we were walking for days and remember sort of sleeping, does that mean we get life points and stamina points back?
No.
Okay, I had to ask.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But yes, no, that's not the way it works here, sadly. But he did not get a particularly good roll on this. So, Sorcerer's Defense. Anybody's Sorcerer's Defense lower than 12?
Everyone's.
Everyone's is.
Everyone.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Even with uncanny warding, I'm still only at 6.
I know. I have an 8.
6.
I think I'm the highest.
5.
So this wave of darkness reaches out and strikes all of you, but does not do a lot of damage. So a total of 7 life points, minus your armor. But all of you who are damaged cannot take the move action on your next turn.
You said armor. We're talking about sorcery armor, right?
No, armor.
No,
Oh,
there's
then
no
I'm
such
good.
thing.
Yeah, just your body armor. Yep. So
Okay.
you're able. If you took no damage, you're able to. You'll be able to move. And then with his third action, he brings his scepter around. He's a big bat. He's a big boss. He gets 3 actions, and kind of strikes a defensive pose. That brings us to Jitai. Now, Jitai, you feel the need to murder your friends. This overwhelming urge. With your first action, I need you to do. You can either go through with it, like you can just attack somebody at this moment if you want. But if you want to try to fight it, I need you to make me a wits check. Depending on how you get on your wits check will determine what happens with your second action.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try and fight it first.
Okay.
Got a 5.
A 5 in total. So you're standing there and you're fighting against it, but you just really want to kill one of your friends. So pick one of them and attack them.
Okay. I'll pull out my scimitar. Pick one of them, huh?
I mean,
You
it's
gonna
okay.
roll
You
a
can hit me. You don't know
die,
my
or how are
character.
you
I mean,
gonna-
I've already taken a lot of player agency away from you at this moment, so I don't think I should take that away from you too. So.
Okay.
I've got armor and a lot of health. It's okay.
He's going to leave you with the
I do
decision
not
to attack
Which
one of us.
Which one?
All right, Zora's volunteering, so I'll hit her. With my scimitar.
Totally makes character sense.
Rolled an 8. to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I've got a physical of 5 and a sorcery of 5. Like you have to roll a 1 to miss me.
Oh, you're low on both.
Mm-hmm.
To D8 damage. Got a 10 total.
I'll take 5 points of damage.
I will say this: for as long as you're under the compulsion, you will not be rolling your flex die because that represents a hero, and at the moment you're fighting against you're fighting against this to try to stop it. So you're not going to be inadvertently murdering anybody with your flex die. But those are your 2 actions, bringing us to Hild.
Yeah. Sounds like I need to beat the shit out of this sorcerer dude. So we're gonna try it.
Don't get too close to the other things because the other things will like consume
Yeah.
you.
I do not want to be near those, but like maybe
Well,
between.
They're
Nobody can
sort of
move.
yeah. Well, Hild can move because she didn't take any damage. Everybody
Yeah, I
else
have
can't.
7 armor.
You basically they're on either side of him. So to move into combat with him, you will basically be in the midst of all of them.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna be within touch range of everything if you're within touch range of Chelra.
I see.
Is your axe like a touch range or is it the
It is
area like
touch.
my okay, darn. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe not that. That sounds bad.
Can just
Are these other
pop
dudes
Jitai
minions?
upside the head and knock him out.
Aaron, are the Chelra's minions?
The demons?
Yeah.
Are they minions? I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I don't know
Okay.
that Hild would know.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
because I have
I will say
murderous.
this-
I did say demons.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
say demons, so I do
Yeah.
think she would know.
Well, she knows they're
Okay.
demons, but she doesn't know if they're minions. I mean, as far
I'm just
as
asking because I have
mechanically
murderous frenzy. If I kill a minion with an attack, I automatically kill a second minion.
What I will say is the damage from Zora's spear seemed to, although the spear was dissolved and destroyed when it struck it, seemed to do more to the creature than
Wait.
you would think it likely.
So if
Okay.
it's a minion, it just takes the one hit and then it falls at the end of the round, right?
Well,
Yeah.
if you
If I
hit it a
kill
second
it.
time, if you hit it a second
If you
time,
a
it's
second time.
automatically dead. Yes.
That's it, right?
I see. Okay. Where's the door in all of this?
It's behind Chelra.
Okay, so
So
we do
you
have to get through
Through
everything.
them and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to the door. Yeah.
They are the barrier.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to the one that was hit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and hit that one.
I like it. And these are big, bulbous things. They're pretty easy to hit. So
Yeah. So I got 10 with
Oh,
a
yeah.
10 on my 10s die.
Oh yeah. So that you would have hit anyways. You get a stamina point back.
Nice, nice, nice.
Perfect. Okay, now I would like to do damage.
As your axe strikes it, it bursts apart in a shower of ichor and
That was a
dream
concern.
stuff.
Okay.
It doesn't do any damage to you, but it's definitely. In other words, you didn't have to roll for damage because it is a minion.
Okay,
Is
so
it-
since I killed one minion, I automatically killed a second minion. It
Nice.
just died.
So as your
Nice.
axe goes through, it meets much less resistance than you thought. And as you swing through, you strike at the lemure that was right next to it, bursting it as well. Almost like as if you were just, grabbing a widgety grub and crushing it in your hand. The ichor flies everywhere, coating your body, but since they are dead, it no longer seems to cause damage to you.
Great. Now
Seeing
I'm
that happen-
weaponless.
No,
Now
your
that
weapon's
they're-
fine.
Oh, okay.
The
So you're-
mirror
you're-
shattered.
Yeah. So the spear struck into it and then was destroyed by the fact that it didn't kill it. That's because it was still alive.
Okay.
It was able to start
Okay.
to subsume the spear. But your axe is fine.
Then I would like to use that stamina point that I got as that was my movement up, and then I'm going to attack a second time.
Okay.
Do we
And
see
then-
anything change about him with now 2 of these going down? Like, does he seem any different as a result of that?
He seems pissed off.
He's probably
pretty
pissed off.
irritated, but-
Yeah.
But he does not seem weaker, let's put it that way.
So I was
Okay.
wondering.
I'm hitting another Lumiere. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11
11 is a
to
hit.
hit. Damage. Need my 12. I got a 9. I got a 10. 20 damage.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you double its threshold, so you burst it like a slimy balloon.
So it went from 6 to 2.
to 2. As you see Hild wade into these things and just chops 4 of them to pieces. She's covered in slime from head to toe, but now only 2 lemures are left, and Chelra is standing there. And Chelra looks a little concerned now that this North woman is standing right in front of him with a great axe.
Maybe no, I can't do that. Okay, because I can't spend another stamina to move back. Can I?
No.
Okay.
Bring us to Alansha.
Alancha's looking very concernedly at Jitai for attacking Zora, but sees what
Ouch.
Hild is doing and that's kind of the way out, which will hopefully help. So she is going to grab a javelin and throw it at one of these demons.
Fantastic.
10.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Okay. 7 damage.
So your javelin strikes in. The thing squeals and making a horrible noise, and the javelin starts to be subsumed by its body, crumbling. It is wounded, but not dead.
Right. So then I will second attack, grab another javelin to throw it at the same one.
Okay.
Damn it. That's another one on the stat die. So I don't have any stamina points
left. So
no.
And I'm assuming
so
you did
that one
not max
just
your flex die.
goes. No, it was a 2. So that javelin, she kind of gets a little like concerned about this, and is just sort of like doesn't really take the time she needs to with the second throw. So she's like, the one is good, and then the other just sort of like doinks off the like bone wall on the side.
And skips off into the dark, the dreamlands, bringing us to Urhawk.
First thing Urhawk's going to do is going to free action, just kind of like put his hand on his chest, and he's going to cast Body of Living Iron so that some fibrous stitching comes around him, which will give him 3 armor. So that takes a stamina point, but it is a free action. Second action, or actually first real action. Who's still standing next to me? Is it Zora? Is Zora like within? Okay.
Yeah, Zora. Well, and Jitai. Both of them are right next to you. The launch is not far from you either, really. Hild's the only one that's moved away.
Really?
Yeah,
I took damage, so I can't move. So he's going to be like,
Hey, old lady, come here.
And he'll reach out and like smother this phlegm on your weapon, your war spear.
Give me with your innards and some of your essence.
Right, yeah, that. Sure.
We are good friends now.
The best.
Oh, yes.
So you can have a D10. I'll go.
Cool.
I'll go big.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then, for his last action, how many of these big, fat, squelching dudes are still around?
2.
One that's been injured and one that hasn't.
He'll rip. He'll rip like a little talon out of his arm, like the bile still dripping from his mouth, and then he will blow into the little talon, and he will cast Talons of Jahil on the big squelching dummy.
The one that's been hit or the one that hasn't?
I'll just do the one that's been hit because I think that makes the most sense.
Okay.
In terms of the story, he would be helping out Alancha. So this is going to be a grand total of 10 to hit, no flex.
So as the talons go towards this thing, they start to break apart as its sorceress defenses seem to absorb it.
Damn.
Okay.
In other words, you don't hit.
How can I spend stamina to?
You could spend 2 stamina points to push your spell through.
That's 3 points of damage.
Nope. That's take 3 points of damage. You see your talons strike through, destroying the one that Alancha's javelin struck.
Got it. One left.
That is my turn.
Bring us to the one Lemure that is left. And it twists around towards Hild, since she is there next to its master. And its thrashing bulk tries to strike against you. Does an 8 get past your physical defense?
Unfortunately.
I rolled a 1 on the die. But, yeah. Okay, so this thrashing bulk strikes you, and you are crushed by its weight, and you feel it trying to pull you in. You take a total of 17 points of damage minus your armor.
Okay, so 10.
10 points of damage. Since damage was taken, I need you to make a might check.
Okay.
Roll
With
well.
flex or no flex?
With your flex.
Okay. 10.
10 in total. You feel yourself being pulled into this thing and stuck to the outside of its body. You do know with a little bit of extra effort, say if you had 2 stamina points, you could probably pull yourself away before you start to be subsumed. If you have 2 stamina points to spend.
I do. I'll spend them. So as she does so, you guys start to watch as she does start to sort of sink into this creature. And then she just shouts, "By the might of Hilina!" as she just kind of pushes further and harder against it. And then you watch as she kind of dislodges and is able to take a step backwards.
And it thrashes against the ground, not expecting you to win free. And that brings us to Zora.
Are they close one area for me to be able to hit them with my war spear, or do...
No, you can't get to them with your war spear.
Okay, so I can't move either. Even though it's not a thrown weapon, can I throw the war spear?
Yeah, it's a spear. That makes sense.
Yeah. Then she is going to throw it at the last Lemure that just tried to consume Hild.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to... These are new friends. We must help. And she tries to work through it mentally, which a little cuckoo. And she's going to throw her spear to try to hit with a might and a flex. For 10, does a 10 hit?
10 hits Lemur, yeah. Physically, they're pretty easy to hit.
All right, and then Jeff, you've given me an additional D10.
D10, yeah.
Lovely. All right. So that is only a 4 on the flex die, but that is 16 plus, so that's 22 points of damage.
So you
23 points of damage.
You throw this war spear, and it just knifes through the air, strikes this Lemure so hard that it basically explodes into a shower of gore, and then your war spear strikes into the wall of the Dreamlands, undamaged because you destroyed this thing so quickly. And that is the end of round 1.
Hild, I need my spear. Thank you. It's my bones.
Chelra, looking much more concerned than he was before, staring at Hild with her great axe and the demons that he just summoned, destroyed within seconds, squeaks out in a shrill voice, "I told you to kill them!" So he's maintaining that spell with his first action. With his second action, he drops the book at his feet, Hild, and reaches out to smack you with his hand. But you see his hand is glowing with a cold blue light. I'm assuming an 18 gets past your sorcery defense.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of damage as this chill goes through your body, minus your armor. So 7 points. But you cannot take the defend action. Not that you were likely to take it, but you cannot take the defend action. And then with his last action, he swings his scepter around at you. And this is not quite so good. Does a 7 get past your physical defense?
It meets.
So this scepter strikes at you for 8 minus your armor.
Okay, so for 1.
And
Thank
flavor
goodness for
wise,
armor.
he stumbles back a foot or two. Not technically a move, but you see real fear in his eyes as he recognizes that he may be facing forces that he cannot stop. Bringing us to Jitai. Jitai, I need you to make a will check for me for your first action.
Can do. That's a 5.
So it does seem like though although the last round you just thought, well, I just got to hit these guys. This time, the effect is weaker. So you still feel the compulsion to attack, but you can try to fight it with your second action if you want. You would need to make a grit check, so you still won't be able to attack. I mean, you still won't be able to attack the enemy, but you might not have to attack your friend. So
Gotcha.
give me a grit check.
This is a little bit better. I rolled an 8 on the flex.
Okay, fantastic. So what happens is your will is driving you to attack Zora, but your body just locks up and you just grind against it, and your soul is fighting against this. You take 5 life points of damage, bypassing your armor, but you break free of the compulsion since you maxed your flex die, and you are free to act on your second round in any way that you want, or your second action in this round.
I'll run up next to Hilde for a
Okay.
move action.
So you move up to Chelra. His eyes go wide. You see the blue flames of his eyes as he realizes that you've broken free. And that will bring us to Hild.
I told you to let us through the door. So she's here. I'm gonna step into that fighting stance where I can basically when I attack it does the damage of
19. Yeah, hold on. Do you want me to take a screenshot of this?
yes.
Yeah, no problem. Give me 5 seconds here.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, Hild, give me a wits check -2.
So my
As-
wits is 2.
Okay. So you roll your die and add nothing to it.
Image
4.
posted.
4. So as you close with him, you feel this true terror churning in your guts, and it weakens your grip on your axe. You're still able to swing, but you're going to get a -2 to your attacks.
Okay. So I'm not going to step into the fighting stance. I'm just gonna hit him.
All right.
Okay, so that is a 10 on my D10, my flex.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. What's your
8,
total?
9, 10, 11, but -2 is 9.
Okay, a 9 will still hit. So with your
Okay.
flex die, you get a stamina point back.
Awesome. I will do so. I'm going to roll damage now. I wish Urhog had spit on me, but that's
Listen,
okay.
everybody.
I mean, that's just,
I mean, my spear was right there to use and had the spit on it.
It did have the spit, but God, my folly is so great. Okay. 20.
So his robe seemed to deflect some of that, not a lot. And just this huge rent opens up in his body, and you see a black ichor coming out, tinged with blue flame. And he lets out a small whimper.
I would like to do it again. Second action.
I think that's reasonable.
He really hurt me, and I'm pissed off about it. Again, 9 with
Okay,
the
you hit.
-2.
It's a hit.
Oops. That is 9. 17.
And again, he stumbles a little bit and seems gravely concerned now as this black ooze is just pouring out of the 2 great rents in his body. And as Hild's axe swings for the second time, Alancha, you see Chelra begin to suffer and stagger. What would you like to do?
Alancha does what she does. So she's gonna kind of keep reaching back for those javelin, and she's going to, I'm gonna say, focused attack. Because like narratively, she's going for kind of one of those openings, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna javelin. Gosh darn it. Roll the 1 again. So damn.
What you get on your flex die?
Not high enough.
Okay. So that your javelin goes off to the side. I think you were probably just trying to make sure you didn't hit Hild, and it just went a little wide. And that brings us to Urhog.
Okay, Urhog's gonna spend his last stamina to get a move action. He is going to then race up and
Like, oh, crazy woman.
and he's gonna run up and he's going to grab the spear that he spit on, and then he's gonna toss it to Zora.
Don't lose this. My spit is on this.
I
And
will
then
honor your innards.
Yeah, do that. Yes.
So that'll be like one action, throwing that back to her,
Mhm.
and then second action, I will maintain the buff on it. So
Okay.
I'll take some more life points from that, so that she can get the D10 again.
Sounds good. So Urhog tossing the spear back to Zora. Zora, you're up.
She is going to use a charge action of cost me 1 stamina point since I now have the spear. So she will move up to where this sorcerer is, kind of grab Urhog and push him behind a little, saying something like, "You can go behind me, new best friend." And then she's going to finish the charge with an attack. That's just flavor. Let me see here. This is a melee attack, which means it's 2d6s. And the tie. Oh, I got a 10 on my flex die.
Wonderful.
Does a 8 hit him? 8 to hit.
Eight would not hit him.
Then I'll use my flex die to hit him.
Okay.
And then I will do the 2d10. Okay, so that is 14, 20, 21 points of damage. As she just like pulls this on her first attack, pulls out this spear and just like whirls it up and tries to get under his rib cage on the first hit, pulls it back, the serrated edge ripping through his skin, and then she's going to try to hit him again.
Love it.
On her second action. Charge is pretty nice, by the way, guys.
Charge is a good fight. Charge is a good talent.
Poop. All right. I do not believe I've hit with the second one. That is only a 8 to hit. If I add a stamina point, does it hit?
Yes.
I'm adding a stamina point.
Yes,
to
his
hit.
physical defense is 9. So
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll get the D10s going again. 9, 15, 21, 22 points of damage on the second one as she gets it in, trying to get under that ribcage one more time and just like lifts him a bit off the ground with the force of it.
So Zora's war spear goes in the second time under his rib cage, pushing up. And you see his whole body goes rigid for a second. And then the blue flames in his eyes goes out. And the flesh falls off of his body and his skeleton collapses around your feet. And Shelra, the Risen, is no more. All that stands before you is a great black door.
Did his book drop?
Oh, yes, he dropped his book on the ground.
Erlag's going to grab it.
I'm
Insect
going to
would
grab his
read this.
ribcage.
Oh, yes, you can have that. I'll take the book.
Yes.
So you take up this book, this tome of the Dreamland, and And as you feel it, as it settles in, even without reading it, you feel something awaken within you, a greater understanding as the energies of this book, the energies of the dreamland, of the night reaches, of the shadowland channeling through this book kind of surges through your body, and your wits die increases by 1.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he just starts like cackling.
Are we laughing? Oh, it's funny. Ah ha ha. Ha. Ah ha ha.
You get it.
Yes.
And then in that moment, as Urhog is laughing and Zora is picking up ribs from the ground, Hild, you glance at the door and you see it start to shimmer. And a golden figure steps through, wearing a great furred cloak, or perhaps with wings, in golden armor, with a shield in one arm and a spear in the other, wearing a horned helm. And you recognize your sister, Hilina. And out from the door next to her flies the 2 ravens, and they settle upon her shoulders. She does not speak, but she nods to you. And you understand that you must pass through her body to pass through the door into the Shadowlands, and that you must continue to follow the ravens through the Shadowlands to find your way into the Valley of the Blood Raven to finish your quest for vengeance. And go ahead.
You just hear her as like Urhog is cackling and Hild just says, "Sister." And she kind of freezes for a moment before she again just slaps her great axe against her back into its sheath. And she motions for you to follow after her.
And as you come forward, Lena embraces you first and pulls you in, and you feel this golden cloak or these golden wings wrap around your body. And then you feel yourself passing through her. And each one of you, as you go towards the door, feel this warmth and this light passing through your bodies. And as the light fades from you and you find yourselves in the Shadowlands, you are refreshed and reinvigorated as if you'd had a full respite. So restore all your life points and all your stamina points. And we'll be back in 2 weeks to see what the Shadowlands and the Valley of the Blood Raven have in store for our intrepid adventurers, what will likely be the finale of Conan.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.